سے خارج کر دیا کیا ہے, آپ کے کینڈیڈیٹ بھی ہیں پی ٹی آئی کے, تو ان کو ہم ایسے تو ہم, اور اب ہائی کورٹ کی ججمنٹس کو ہم کیا کریں گے؟ کوئی چیلنج کرے گا نا, نہیں تو اب جو بھی فیصلہ ہے اس کو جب کوئی چیلنج تو کرے نا, پھر ہم آگے پیچھے اس کو کر سکتے ہیں. اگر آپ اس کو چیلنج ہی نہ کریں, اس کو چھوڑ دیں کہ جی ہم تو اس میں پارٹی نہیں تھے, ججمنٹ پھر بھی رہے گا اپنی جگہ پہ نا, وہ تو فار آل ٹائمز جو کم رہ جائے گا اپنی جگہ پہ. اب وہ آپ کو بھی شاید افیکٹ کرے, دوسرے پولیٹیکل پارٹیز کو بھی افیکٹ کرے. کل کو کوئی اور پولیٹیکل پارٹیز آ سکتی ہے کہ بھائی یہ ججمنٹ غلط ہے, تو وہ تو کہہ سکتے ہیں کہ ہم تو اس پارٹی میں نہیں تھے, ہمیں سنا نہیں. مگر آپ کا تو نہیں کہ آپ کے کہنا ذرا مشکل ہو جائے گا میرے حساب سے. بہرحال آپ نوٹ کر لیجئے بات, چلیں آگے بڑھتے ہیں. اچھا جی, یہ پشاور ہائی کورٹ کا بھی آئی سی میں آرڈر ہوا ہے, ڈبلیو پی میں ہوا ہے؟
ڈبلیو پی مائی لارڈ,
آئی سی ہے ہی نہیں ہے پشاور میں, آئی سی نہیں.
two judges hear the petition like in Sindh, my lord.
As a general rule, now this I'm asking a question, court's order of a high court by a learned single judge in writ petition and another province's court order in a ICA, which takes priority?
My lord,
have you understood the question?
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. Over there, at least at the ICA, a determination has...
Forget this case. I'm asking a question of law.
My lord, it's a DB order in both cases.
Yes.
So they stand more or less on the same plane.
Yes.
Generally.
You won't add the one judge to the two judges and say there are three judges now.
No, my lord, because the order is that of a division bench in both
it's
cases.
Interesting question.
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever considered something like this before?
Not this honorable court, no, my lord. This has arisen, the issue has arisen sometime.
یہ اس کو چھوڑیں, general question of law پہ پوچھ رہے ہیں.
General question.
One DB decides a matter and one ICA. ICA is an appellate forum. Decides a matter. Both stand on equal footing if there are two judges naturally in both. So that was the question.
Yes, my lord.
Because I've never considered this question before.
My lord, I haven't come across a judgment where the issue has been considered.
Ji, continue.
My lord, I was taking your lordship through page 140, which your lordship had taken a look at, and the election of office bearers, your lordship had taken a look at 141, 142. Then we, my lord, proceeded to page 192, where your lordship was dealing with the Federal Election Commission. And election commission shall be comprised following: Federal Election Commission.
تو ہم نے پڑھ لیے 4 صوبوں کے اور 2 دوسری ٹیریٹریز کے,
and sections کی violations ہو رہی ہے.
جی, and these are the ones which the election commission says. What is the position of the election commission? They say that there was a duly elected commission. That was, at that time, the Federal Election Commissioner was Mr. Jamal Akbar Ansari. Now, thereafter, we have been told that this is the current gentleman, is the chairman, who is also the respondent number 2, is the Chief Election Commissioner of the party. Insofar as we are concerned, we have not been informed of how he has come about. I showed to your lordship that he has been appointed as a result of an order passed, which is on your lordship's files, which your lordship just saw, by Mr. Umar Ayyub. The election commission says this is not the correct procedure for appointing someone, because that is dealt with.
Has Jamal Ansari left the party?
My lord, the election commission says in the order which was impugned before the Peshawar High Court and which is before your lordship, that the election commission was not informed how this change has taken place.
As a matter of fact, do you know or no?
As a matter of fact, we don't, my lord. My instructions are that we don't know.
I'm thinking of another thing. PTI's earlier position was that the elections that we held in June of 2022 were in accordance with our constitution. Some people got elected, I don't know, I presume, and those people, now they've said, election commission says no, this is not proper election. They say okay, we go and hold another election. What happens to those people? Were they heard? because वो भी तो उनकी भी तो vested right हो जाएगी ना, unless they are the same group of people, the same identical people who again got elected. Because if they are maintaining that they were, are they conceding that the elections of June was not in accordance with law, or are they sticking with the story, or saying, okay, fine, we set aside these elections, has the political party set aside its own elections and said we'll hold it again? Otherwise वो लोग कल को वो petition file कर देंगे, जी मैं तो elected हूँ, ये कैसे आ गए हमारी जगह? मतलब इस पे कोई बात हुई या नहीं हुई?
Before the election commission, they took the position that since you have pointed out all these defects, in order to cut the controversy short, we will recall those elections and hold elections afresh. That's how the second election came about.
वो वाले भी अनअपोज्ड थे?
Those were, yes, my lord, and copy. They were, the instructions are they were unopposed.
तो आपका इनसे बहुत पुराना झगड़ा चल रहा है इलेक्शन पे?
Sir, this was going on since the time when this particular party was the party in administration. The first reminder issued to them to hold elections because the period has expired was issued on 24th May 2021.
24th May?
May 2021.
फिर आपने कहा कि चलो आपको एक एक्सटेंशन टाइम दे देता हूँ.
Sir, that
we are being benevolent.
They sought an extension on the ground that due to COVID.
क्या की हुकूमत कब तक थी?
Sir, their government continued till 10th of April 2022.
अच्छा, तो ये उस जमाने में ये हुकूमत में थे?
Yes, sir.
तो वे इलेक्शन क्यों नहीं कराए?
Sir, they said we were unable to hold the elections on account of the pandemic COVID-19. And therefore, the election commission gave them a 1-year extension to hold the elections. Your lordship will see.
जब वो हुकूमत में थे तो आपने उनको रिलीफ दे दी.
My lord, we gave them a show cause notice while they were in.
Show cause notice के बाद में कहा चलो भाई एक साल बात कर लो.
Yes, my lord. But while they were still in government, on 24th of August 2021, we wrote to them and said that you were granted a 1-year extension and now the due date is coming and hold elections. Then we sent them a reminder on 7th.
जरा बताइए ये जो आप रेफर कर रहे हैं कहाँ है?
My lord, yes. The first letter your lordship will see is 24th of May 2021. Which is at page 391 of your lordship's paper.
Just for disclosure, Mr. Makhdoom Ali Khan, we reached out to the Lahore High Court to find out the status of WP 332 of 23 and the other matter, and both are pending adjudication before a 5-member bench.
Yes, my lord.
This is just now got it.
The order that your lordship last saw, they were adjourned to 12th of January, which is today.
ये तो आज status हमने कहा, हो सकता है कभी dismiss हो गया हो, कुछ हो गया हो ना, non-prosecution या कुछ.
तो आज तो this.
Now please take us to the letter of 24th of May.
My lord, that is at page 391. I am directed to refer to the correspondence resting on the subject. Attention.
एक second. 3.
My lord, page 391.
आप तो part भी बता दिया करें.
Sir, I'm sorry. Part 2.
हाँ, 391 में 391.
Page part 2.
जी.
I am directed to refer to the correspondence resting on the subject. Attention is drawn towards sections 208, 209 and 215 of the Elections Act 2017, read with Rule 158 of the Election Rules 2017, thereof whereby a political party is to conduct intra-party elections in accordance with its constitution, a mandatory requirement under the law to sustain, retain the already allotted election symbols, and to contravene with prescribed legal provisions, a political party shall be issued show cause notice by the Election Commission, and election symbol whereof shall be withdrawn, enabling the party ineligible to obtain an election symbol for the elections to come. Foregoing in view, it is advised that intra-party elections of your political party may be conducted timely in a manner provided in party's constitution to avoid being declared ineligible as given in law. if your lordship graciously turns
नहीं, but इसमें तो इससे भी पहले चल रहा था. Says I'm direct to refer to the correspondence resting on the subject.
Yes. So there was some earlier correspondence.
And till when was this political party in government?
So this party was in government till 10th of April 2022.
10th of April. So this letter was written while they were in government.
Yes, my lord. And this.
So the allegation that you were somehow under pressure. Are you making that point here?
My lord, no, we are pointing out just to your lordship the history.
In the behest of the caretaker government, you're doing this?
No. My lord, all that the ECP is saying before your lordship is that this is a matter, this is a background to how the first...
जवाब किधर दिया उन्होंने?
My lord, we didn't get satisfaction to this, so we issued a show cause notice, which is at page 392.
जवाब तो दिया हुआ है ना उन्होंने.
My lord, yes, they gave, they wrote that
2019 में था ना
जी सर. If your lordship नहीं, ये 2021 का सर लेटर है.
नहीं, मगर कोविड तो COVID-19 कहते हैं ना, 2019 का है ना जी. चले 19-20 निकल गया तो 21 में आप मांग रहे हैं.
And then they give a reply.
वो किधर है?
My lord, that is at page 393.
393. ये जरा पढ़ लें
जी सर.
इसका रेलेवेंट पोर्शन पढ़ लें, जो भी पूरा पढ़ना चाहें.
That with regard to the paragraph 2, that with regard to the concern raised by ECP in the instant show cause regarding failure of PTI, provision of certificate pertaining to conduct of intra-party elections due on 13th June 2021, it is submitted without prejudice that due to COVID-19.
तो ये मान रहे हैं कि ड्यू हैं?
जी सर. And they were due as of 13th June, according to them. That due to COVID-19, all activities where public gather are restricted. It is due to this reason that holding of various events of the party, including intra-party elections, were affected, and many activities could not be carried out as per schedule. If your lordship may graciously turn the page, last paragraph. In light of above, you are therefore requested to withdraw show cause notice and a time period of 1 year, subject to permission to hold large public gatherings by NCOC, and government may be granted to PTI for holding of intra-party election in the interest of justice, please. Then, my lord,
ये 1 year कब होगा एक खत्म?
Sir, we give them time, and that's the next letter on 24th August 2021. Next letter, my lord, at page 395. Paragraph 2. As per record, the last intra-party elections of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf were conducted on 13 June, and the tenure was fixed 4 years as per Party Constitution 2018.
4 years था या 3 years था?
Sir, according to the current Constitution, it is 3 years. They are mentioning 4 years as per the Constitution of 2018. This is the 2019 Constitution which your lordship have before you. Later on, amended Constitution submitted in the year 2019, and according to its sunset clause 4.1, the party has to conduct the intra-party election within 18 months of the adoption of the Constitution of the party, and as such the target date was 1st November 2020. However, the Honorable Election Commission has accepted your request and advised to conduct intra-party elections of the chairman and other office bearers well before 13 June 2022. And then
you are overtly generous.
We give them a 1 year.
You were overtly generous because they were in government.
My lord,
I mean, they are themselves accepting that 1st November 2020 is the target date, and you said, "Chalo 2 saal le lo."
Sir, because of the COVID-19 restrictions, because they had pleaded in the previous letter, asked for 1 year, that is why the Election Commission gave. There is no other explanation.
Parties से आप भी generous थे आप या नहीं?
Sir,
2-4 पार्टी और भी थी जिन्होंने कोविड की वजह से एक्सटेंशन मांगी थी, and they were granted the extension.
That's correct, Your Lordship.
तो अब इन्होंने आपने दी 13 जून को.
जी सर. फिर
आपने इन्होंने इलेक्शन कब किए फिर?
Sir, the elections were then held on 13th June.
इन्होंने 10 जून को किए.
जी.
जो आपने कहा कि सही नहीं है.
जी सर.
अच्छा.
And that was also held after we gave them a reminder letter.
وہ آپ نے کیوں کہا تھا کہ صحیح نہیں ہے 10 جون والے الیکشن؟ بنیادی باتیں
they were, because the elections were to be held in accordance with the constitution.
نہیں, بنیادی باتیں بتائیے.
There were certain violations of the constitutional provisions of the PTI.
آپ کو پتہ ہے پوائنٹ کیا نہیں؟
My lord, this was the ground urged over there, that several provisions of the PTI constitution were violated, that several of the persons were not appointed correctly, and that is why that order was issued. That impugned order is before your lordship. It is at page.
نہیں, دیکھیے مخدوم صاحب, ایک سوال اٹھتا ہے جو ہمارے ذہن میں بھی ہے. ہم جو ذہن میں ہوتا ہے میں کہہ دیتا ہوں, کبھی کبھی لوگ پسند نہیں کرتے ہیں. ہم یہ دیکھنا چاہ رہے تھے کہ آپ کا ان کے ساتھ رویہ جو ہے اب وہ کیا سخت ہو گیا ہے. سخت, کوئی اور لفظ نہیں استعمال کریں گے, سخت ہو گیا ہے کیونکہ شاید کوئی وجہ سے, یا پھر آپ کا یہی رویہ رہا ہے ان کے ساتھ ہمیشہ سے. تو یہ خطوط سے تو ایک چیز تو ظاہر ہوتی ہے کہ آپ ان سے کہہ رہے ہیں الیکشن کراؤ, اور آپ نے اور یہ میں نے مان بھی لیا کہ ہاں بات تو صحیح ہے آپ کی, ہم نے الیکشن نہیں کرائے. انہیں وجہ دی کہ ہمیں 1 سال دے دو. آپ نے کہا چلو لے لو سال. آپ نے نہیں کہا کہ 3 مہینے لے لو, 6 مہینے لے لو. بھئی آپ کو کیا پتا تھا کہ کووڈ 1 سال اور چلے گا یا نہیں چلے گا. بہرحال آپ نے بہت جنروسٹی کا ظاہر کی, تو 1 سال آپ نے ان کو دے دیا. پھر انہوں نے الیکشن کیا, آپ کہہ رہے ہیں پھر وہ بھی الیکشن صحیح نہیں ہوا. ٹھیک ہے, تو ٹھیک ہے, بس یہ ہم دیکھنا چاہ رہے تھے کہ یہ آپ کا ایٹیچیوڈ کیسا ہے, کہ ابھی بدلا ہے یا پرانا ہے. کیونکہ اس وقت ایک اہم بات جو سامنے آئی ہے وہ یہ, اس وقت یہ سرکاری پارٹی تھے, اب شاید نہیں ہے سرکاری پارٹی. تو اس وقت آپ ان کو اکوموڈیٹ کر دیا, بہت زیادہ کر دیا 1 سال کا, مگر پھر بھی ریکمنڈیٹ کیا. مگر آپ نے ایشو ریز کیا ہوا ہے الیکشن کا جب سے ان کی سرکار تھی.
My lord, yes. And the other thing, my lord, that at the very time, in the first letter which I read out before your lordship of 24th of May 2021, at page 391 part 2, we had said that the consequence of not holding this election.
یہ بات بھی آپ کر چکے ہیں.
ان کو اس وقت جب یہ پارٹی ان پاور تھے, ان کو کہا کہ آپ کا سمبل واپس لے لیا جائے گا اگر آپ اس سے کمپلائی نہیں کرتے. دس از دا کانسیکوینس.
انہوں نے اس بات کی مخالفت نہیں کی کہ آپ کے پاس یہ حق ہے ہی نہیں.
That jurisdiction they did not contest.
انہوں نے کہا ٹھیک ہے آپ کی بات صحیح ہے, الیکشن نہیں کیا, اب 1 سال دے دیجیے, ہم کر دیں گے.
جی
ٹھیک, سمجھ گئے. آگے بڑھیے, کوئی اور پوائنٹ.
The next point is that when the elections were held first time round, we passed an order. They challenged that order, as your lordship saw.
ہو گیا سارا.
جی, وہ ساری بات ہو گئی.
Don't repeat yourself.
Yes, they passed that order. Then they appeared before the election commission. They resigned from that position and they said we'll hold another election. Now and that time, then they have thereafter proceeded to hold the second election. As a result of the second election, the election commission has raised certain objections and passed the order. What is the crux of that order, the second order which was impugned before the Peshawar High Court?
ایک آپ نے بات کی کہ آپ نے جو اپنے آئین میں جو لکھا ہوا ہے, جو 7 ممبران کا بورڈ وہ آپ نے بنایا ان الیکشن کرنے کی. دوسری بات آپ نے کہا ہے کہ ایک عجیب بات ہے کہ پورے پاکستان میں سبھی ان اپوزڈ آ گئے. تیسری بات آپ نے کہا کہ آپ نے یہ تو بتایا نہیں اپنے ممبران کو الیکشن ہو کہاں رہا ہے, نامینیشن پیپر کہاں ہے, کتنے نامینیشن فائل ہوئے, مطلب کتنے لوگ موجود تھے. تو یہ آپ کی باتیں, اس کے علاوہ جو باتیں وہ بتائیے.
جی سر, ہم نے ان کو یہ کہا کہ آپ کے
ریپیٹ نہ کریں.
No, my lord. We said that according to your constitution, you could co-opt if there was a vacancy in the membership of the commission. But if the chairman ceases to be, the chairman has to be elected in terms of your own constitution, and the present chairman of the Federal Election Commission of the PTI is not an elected person. He has been appointed by Mr. Umar Ayyub. You claim
کہاں لکھا ہے آئین میں, ان کے کہاں لکھا ہے
in the impugned order, in the
order میں نہیں, ان کے آئین میں پہلے دکھائے نا
آئین,
پھر امپیون آرڈر پہ جائیے, یا آپ کے قانون کی بات کر رہے ہیں, الیکشن ایکٹ کی.
No, my lord, I am showing your lordship from their their constitution, which is at page 124, and if your lordship graciously proceeds to page Federal Election Commission, secondly, again taken my paper. My lord, at file 1, page 192. Yeah, one.
ये मेरी नौकरी, आपको क्या चाहिए? आपकी
Sir, your lordship will see functions.